Everything should be everything. All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Too Many Ideas Podcast. This is episode 36, I believe. We are back again for yet another week. And this is a special episode, an extremely special episode, because we have a special guest who hasn't been here in like a half a year. Benji is back with us, and I'm going to switch cameras at this part. Yeah, we got Benji. Yeah.
Trying to put me on a spot.
Hopefully we'll have Benji here
more often,
regularly, if we can, if he's available. But before I start this episode, I just want to do like a quick little like PSA. I want you to clip this, Levi. Damn, what was I gotta say? I gotta looking at the camera thing. This is throwing me off.
Yeah.
Listen, man, when we're on here and we're talking about our topics, don't kill us, because it's not just like our train of thought, our frame of thought. We're talking about the overall perspective of things, because y'all was on TikTok killing my mans here.
Kill me. I don't care.
Y'all was on TikTok killing my mans because of something that he has said about Rico Nasty. But what you didn't understand was that he was talking about a perspective of a situation. And that doesn't necessarily mean that this nigga is out here saying X, Y, and Z about said person. It's a topic of discussion. It's not that same kind of thing. Yeah. So, and also, y'all are getting 10, 15, 30-minute clips of a 10, 15, 30-minute conversation of an hour-long podcast. So, check out the actual podcast maybe once for a change, or at least go to the topic. We're going to start outlining our topics so that when we make our clips, you can go to the podcast and just look at that topic specifically. And you don't have to watch the whole thing, but you can actually hear the full conversation and understand what we're talking about. So, just remember that as we go forward, because, he was killing my man. He didn't say... If you would have heard the whole conversation, TikTok didn't let me post a part 2. Yeah. Like I posted that shit 3 times, and it kept coming with a content violation. I don't know why.
Gotcha.
Like they did it with the Kanye topic too.
Oh, really?
I kind of expected that though, because that was about abortion. So, they wasn't letting us talk about that.
Straight.
Yeah, they are. I don't know why they were strict on the Rico Nasty part 2, because they let the part 1 fly, but then tried to post part 2, and it was just like, no, we can't have it.
What did we say?
Nothing different. Like, we say the same. We talk the same every clip. Like, I'm not sure why certain clips get flagged versus other ones, but that's just how it goes. But anyway, let's start with something fun. Kanye and Drake beef is done. It's over. It's kaput. And we're getting a free Larry Hoover concert in LA December 9th. How do we feel about this? Let's get some predictions going. Who's going to be at this show?
Like, artist-wise?
Yeah. Who's going to be at the show?
As far as performance, who's not? Like, I mean, no, as far as, like, attendance, who's not?
This nigga said he thinks Kendrick going to be there. Yeah. And if Kendrick is there,
I can see him not,
that might
though.
be the show of the century.
I can see him, like, not, though. Just, well, I mean, if he is, that's going to be, like, that trifecta almost. Like, in my opinion. As far as, like, my preference.
Yeah, what you say? Go ahead and say it. Just how you said it yesterday.
I just feel like... I mean, he said it, too. It's just like... Damn, I forgot, like, how I want to say it. But... I think this is a go hard or go home situation. Like, just it's gonna be that iconic. That's what I feel like. I said Kendrick. I said, of course, Drake, Kanye. But the only person I would like to see there in this mix with Kendrick as well is J. Cole. That's what I don't see happening.
I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't see that at all. But I can see
Drake just doing it though. Like bringing. Like, I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but I could see.
Yeah, I mean, I think that for sure people is like, I don't know. I feel like Kendrick is not too far off, man. To try.
I think now that we know that it's like right the day before Rolling Loud at the same exact place, that had to be like planned ahead of time. Like, they had to know that was...
I mean, there's nowhere else to go. Nowhere else.
In LA?
Yeah, for that magnitude of an event.
I don't know.
I want to fact check that Rolling Loud
venues for LA.
For LA, because I said it, but it could have changed. No, it's not.
It's not the Coliseum?
Not, because it was 2 years ago. That's the only reason why I said that.
Oh, so it's somewhere different now.
Yeah, somewhere different now. Okay.
Got it. But it's still LA, though.
It's well, Southern California.
That's where Rolling Loud is?
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
No, that's where Rolling Loud is now.
Yeah, this year.
Gotcha.
But it's still the next,
the
like...
NOS Event Center.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know.
It's still like the next day.
It's still the next day. So yeah,
like,
yeah.
They probably thought about that and thought about everybody who's about to. So pretty much anybody on that Rolling Loud
10, 11, 12
list is probably up for grabs. Anybody that they would want at least.
I mean,
Cudi.
I mean, it's Drake and Kanye.
I mean, Cudi's
anybody's
right
will always be up for grabs. Like I'd be shocked if we don't get a Future appearance. I'd be shocked if we don't get a Baby Keem appearance. I'd be shocked if we don't get a Giveon, The Weeknd. Like it's Justin Bieber.
Weekend though.
Yeah, I'll be shocked. It's in L.A.
Yeah, it's just like it's not so much to me as far as the performance. It's more so just seeing these people together. Like you said, Kendrick. It's just like we have not seen Kendrick and Drake together.
We're on the same page. That's what I'm saying. I think thinking of something like Kanye. I think it would be that historical. Like to see Drake, Kanye, and Kendrick Lamar on the same.
We can
stage.
pray,
but then at the same time, they might think just them two are historical.
I mean, no, it is.
They could.
No, I mean, it's not no could. It is. It is historical.
It is.
Like I'm just saying, I can see it being on some go hard or go home situation. So
yeah.
I mean, like I said, it just depends on the ticket price. But I would love to be there. And
what's the Rolling Loud lineup looking like this year?
Well, it's Cudi Friday.
Headlines, of course. Could you pull it up, Levi?
Shit.
Just so we could look at it on the screen.
I know it's Cudi Friday.
I think it only said one person.
J. Cole
Saturday.
Yeah.
Future Sunday. Okay.
Chris Brown.
And then special guest Chris Brown, Thug.
I'll be shocked if Young Thug is in there as well.
Thug gonna be there. Thug fuck with both of them. So
it doesn't make.
I can see.
What if Ye brought out Cardi?
Dirk probably gonna be there.
I think that's a given.
Ye bringing out Cardi?
Yeah, that's a given.
That'd be crazy.
I don't know about Dirk, but
you don't think Dirk?
I
would see Dirk.
I would like to.
Just because he fucks with both of them.
I would like to, but I'm not sure. I see Cardi for sure, and I definitely see.
Both gonna be there.
What about Cudi?
Yeah, I mean that's a given.
Yeah.
It's really up to Cudi.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not my cup of tea. Y'all do your thing though.
Right.
How's Pooh Shiesty still on here?
No idea.
Where? What day?
On the 10th.
Oh right. Oh I don't know. They were optimistic.
The real question is, y'all think you performing the GD anthem?
that is an interesting thought.
Why
are they gonna perform their disses to each other? Like,
I mean, the whole thing is there that he played GD anthem as a shot to Drake. But I mean, in the song, it is Trump should have free Larry. Fuck is wrong with dude? So
yeah,
I can see him. Yeah.
I think he'll play.
GD anthem might be a little bit different since that wasn't like his song and an actual diss to Drake, even though he framed it as that at the show.
Yeah.
But like I'm talking about like. Is he gonna play like his off the grids and
definitely,
or like
they're both gonna be playing
the Andre shit?
They're both gonna be playing it.
I mean,
wouldn't be surprised.
down to CLB.
Yeah,
like,
I would not be surprised if Drake doesn't come out to the Andre song and Andre comes out as well. Like that's a given. I think it's gonna be that historic.
Oh, you think they're gonna play into it?
Yes, most definitely.
Interesting.
But
I can see it. I can definitely see it.
Who's ever in the front 10 rows are gonna be crying.
Who's going first?
Who's performing first?
Yeah. Or are they coming out together?
I think the ego's too big. They have to come out together.
I think Drake.
You think Drake gonna come out first?
That's I'm not looking at it as a respect level thing. I'm just saying it was a Kanye event.
You're right. You're right.
I'm not looking at Drake is smaller than Kanye. No,
right.
I just
yeah.
We're all waiting on Drake to say
you're
yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, understandable.
But then again, Kanye can come out first, perform, and then bring out Drake because Drake was added later.
I can easily see it being like them on stage together or a back and forth type.
I can see either or. Like I said, it's like a Kanye wanting Drake situation. So I don't really think there's a respect level going on between or talent level or whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't think about it like that. I'm just thinking about in the framework of the concert because it's just like if it wouldn't make sense to me if it was one of them and then you never see that person again and then the next person comes up. Like if they did like if it was Drake first and then once his set is over, you don't see him when Kanye comes on. Like that don't make sense.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
So I think they're gonna share that stage.
Oh, for sure.
At least most of the time. I can see them sharing that stage for damn near the whole concert. At least for like their performances.
What's Ye and Drake's last collab?
Song?
Collab song?
Glow, right?
Huh?
Glow? Yeah, I think it's Glow.
Cause when could they really perform together?
Well,
I don't think it's about them necessarily.
Yeah,
well, I mean, I was just me being curious because I'm so used to when people share the stage,
they're probably gonna
perform their song. You know
to me, that would show how close they are.
Yeah.
If they come out and do that, which I thought was not the best featuring Watch the Throne and Drake. What song was that?
Watch the Throne.
Drake featuring Watch the Throne.
Pound
Oh,
cake.
pop style.
Yeah. If
Pop
they,
style?
Is
Yeah,
it
pop
that?
style.
It's
Yeah.
pop style.
If they come out and do songs like that, okay, they're cool. That
Yeah.
to me yells that they're actually cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because who's playing that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll be interested to see if
I
like
just was
They
wondering.
really
those few
don't have any
songs.
good
They
collabs.
really
together.
don't. That's. I just was being curious. I just wanted
Creeds
to.
was saying that he thinks they're gonna play all their like really unreleased shit that they had. Because you remember they had over 40 fucking songs together, like ready to be dropped.
That would be nuts. That would be absolute nuts.
The
What song?
Forever song. The one you think.
The old ass
with
forever.
Eminem and everybody, that'd be crazy.
Old.
If
Dog,
they
that-
brought
I
out
would-
all
if they
them
brought out
niggas,
that-
I would literally fucking
Nah.
cry.
Yeah, that would be
Nah.
I would
amazing.
they can't do that. They can't
Bro,
do that.
Wayne. Oh my god.
Wayne,
Eminem,
Drake, Kanye. Wasn't Jay-Z on that
You
song?
said go hard. No, he
Nah,
wasn't.
no, just
Nah,
there
it
was somebody else though. It wasn't some.
It was just no. It was just
Damn.
four. It was Kanye, M, Wayne, and Drake.
I thought like
Forever,
T.I.
right?
or someone. Pull it up.
Yeah.
No,
I
that
thought
one, right?
someone else was on that
No,
song.
yeah,
was
I don't
four.
think T.I. was on it, but
It
I
was just
thought, I
four.
thought there was somebody else. You might be
Just
right.
four.
Damn.
Trust me,
Maybe
I
it was.
listened to that shit.
He's
At
right.
least
He's
on the
right.
It
album
is.
cut.
He's right.
Drake, Kanye, Lil Wayne, and Eminem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's right.
That would be nuts.
That would be.
Close the shit off like that.
Oh,
What else
that'd
do
be
they
crazy.
have? Just I feel like they got one more at least.
That-
right?
and that's literally their best like
Yeah.
tearing.
They don't have one more
Drake and Kanye songs. Collab songs.
collab song.
Let's see.
A history of Drake and Kanye collaborate. This could be not. This can mean writing as well. Though.
I mean,
Yeah.
if that's the case, he might as well perform "Find My Love."
Best I ever had.
Nah, that's the best I ever had.
Oh
Video.
yeah, fine. Yeah.
Find My
Fine.
Love.
Yeah.
No, keep scrolling.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it was fine. Like it's not that many. So
yeah, it's not
they're gonna include all
forever.
the shit.
Forever.
That's probably it. Oh no, show me a good time. Find your
Best
love.
Because he
production.
produced, yeah.
Keep
scrolling.
All of the lights.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was
Oh,
on
if
that.
he plays that unreleased,
They could do
that'd
that.
be
They could
hard.
do that.
Blessings.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let them play that without Big Sean there.
Nah, that's wild.
30 out.
No,
That's
they
Oh,
can't do
that's
that.
when- that's when-
they can't play that shit without Big Sean
wild.
there.
Yeah, Drake. Right.
He's on 30 out. Oh, he wrote all
Pop
30
style.
hours.
Feel no ways.
Feel no ways. Oh, production. Gotta be.
And you with
You
me?
with me?
Yeah.
I don't even remember you with me.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Damn.
You with me at the DMX sample at the beginning.
Ah, yeah.
That we mentioned, but
Yeah, Glow. I don't know why Glow isn't on here. Maybe this was before that.
People just forget.
But yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. Like, I hope at least someone in
The
this
10
room gets
times
to
Drake
go.
and Kanye were
I don't
stronger
know if
together.
all of us are gonna get to go, but at least someone.
If someone in this room gets to go, it has to be all of us. It's all or none. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
So you get a ticket, you're not going if we don't get to go.
I mean, I totally will. If anyone gets a ticket, we buy as much as you can. We all pay you back. Now, if you're saying if I get like 5 tickets and y'all start saying no, because
my minimum probably would be like.
That's
Well, my
okay.
maximum would probably be 3.
3 what?
3 tickets. Like if I'm able to purchase at that very moment.
I mean,
3
that's usually by right. They only let
Yeah.
you do like 3.
Yeah, they don't let
like,
you do
that's
too
my
many.
maximum that I'm gonna aim for. Because
Yeah.
anything else, like if nobody needs it, all right, I'll just sell
Yeah,
it.
yeah, no, I mean, I think your max should really be 5. You have in this room 4 people.
I'm gonna be in LA. I have to go. Like
You
if
have
I
4 people.
like,
Oh, not including yourself. You have
Yeah.
3 people already.
Yeah.
But
At least give me-
you could probably get in without a ticket. Just walk up there with that Alexa. Niggas gonna think you work there.
Nah, this is Drake and Kanye. No.
Yeah.
Nah. He could probably find a way that
He's
some-
fair skinned. He wears all black. He could really get it done.
Fair-skinned.
Like he
This
could
is
really
not-
get it done.
This is not happening unless he knows somebody, which he probably does. But he's not just walking in there. Nah.
I
Kanye's
don't
team.
think I
I've
know
known a lot of people
nobody.
that shot for Kanye randomly and worked and then got in there. So I feel like you could do
Who?
it though. Kanye like got into his like taking
Oh.
pictures type shit. So,
Yeah.
I feel like you could still do it though. But we'll see. What's the next topic?
What do we got next? What y'all want to talk about next? We got Facebook in the metaverse. We got NFTs in popular culture. You didn't really get to talk about like Daniel Lee out at Bottega last week. I know you wanted to talk about that.
I really don't know. I mean, it's just so many question marks. I was hoping some more information came out by
What,
the time we
for
got
him?
to the topic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
haven't heard nothing about
it's
that.
not too much of
What,
anything.
where did they say he might be going?
Oh, I don't know. You know a little bit more than me then.
Damn,
I
because
mean,
I saw something that was talking about where he might be going. It was somewhere big. I
You
cannot
could look it
remember.
up, but
That was just kind of like out of nowhere because they was just talking about how I didn't realize how much he had done
Yeah.
for Bottega because
Yeah.
I had never heard of Bottega before him.
then that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they were saying that.
But they were actually a thing before.
No, they were saying that he just opened them to a whole new demographic, which I think is a demographic. I mean, they might not care for it, but I think it's a great demographic, which is us, you know. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, they said he might go to Phoebe. No, not Phoebe Follow, but it's like something that sounds like that. It's a brand.
I don't even know what you're reading.
Oh, in the middle paragraph. Well, now this nigga done scrolled, so I don't know where it's at now. Dang, I forgot what the brand is called. It's a PH something.
I don't know, man.
I feel like you should know this.
You're probably right.
Damn. Yeah, I'm not sure. But they said that they think he was just hard to work with.
There were a few complaints. I've seen like videos about that, but they were saying that he was just too unconventional. Taking Bottega to Detroit, which I didn't know was such a poor place, is what they were saying.
Oh yeah, Detroit is a very poor city.
Like a very poor city, and that like it was like very classism, like a lot of classics, like how he went about the show, and to do that in a poor city, and to bring so many people there.
Oh, it was a lot of classism.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Like
that's what they was talking about on that video.
Yeah, so I'm not too sure. With things like this, I'm never too sure about because what is the line of creativity? I am interested to see if he ever comes out and say why he went to Detroit or why he did these things. But I'm never looking at these things in those lights because I deem it as creativity. Everyone does a show in Paris. Everyone does a show in New York. He took it to Detroit, which I think is, it can raise some eyebrows. Like, why Detroit? But
I would hope it wasn't because it's a poor city. I would hope there's some other kind of connection there. But
I don't know.
It might just be that.
But I just find it hard to believe that, like, oh, it's a poor city, let's go there, when this man, kind of really played on the whole private life of Bottega. I don't think he started that. I can be wrong. I think Bottega was kind of already on that vibes, but I can be wrong. But I think he definitely helped the whole image of, like, no one really knows what's going on and is still 1,000% interested. So someone thinking along those lines, I would hope didn't take it to, like, play on money and life and shit like that. But I don't know. You can go either way.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I was never like a big Bottega like fan or anything.
Me
but
either.
I don't really know much about them.
A lot of people have been hyping it up
like
crazy.
And I'm one person, it's odd enough to say this, but I never really felt like it touched me. It's a good brand, very good direction. Designs is like amazing and stuff, but like
I feel like the marketing was just like really good and creative. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. I would hope someone that I've seen do things like that wouldn't take it to that extent or take such a far left. But you never know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I guess more will be revealed about the situation at some point. Like, they can't keep it quiet forever. I think he might just be moving somewhere. Oh yeah, they said Burberry maybe or Louis. I don't know how he would be heading to Louis, but he could be. So let's transition from that, since that's a fashion-esque topic, into the Nike and virtual sneakers. What was that? Because I didn't know.
What in the hell is that?
Yeah.
Y'all looking at me. What did I say about it?
You put it up there.
I put that up there, Levi?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been too long. I'm sorry.
I didn't even hear about virtual sneakers. What is that?
Y'all sure I put that up there?
Yeah, you did. You put that up there. I didn't put it up there.
When did I tell you to put that up there, Levi?
Last week.
Yeah.
I must have sent something then. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to.
Well, it popped up, so.
Nike is quietly moving to the metaverse.
There it is.
Imagine your own collection, like, virtually.
I mean, how do you feel about the metaverse? How do you guys feel?
I don't have enough info on it, but from what I hear about it, it's looking kind of like, whoa, like,
Did y'all hear about that, the glove for the metaverse? Where basically, like, they have this glove that they made where it uses air so that when you touch something or grab something, like, in the metaverse, you could actually, like, feel it, like, with your hand.
So is the metaverse like Sims?
Yeah.
Basically?
Yeah.
But, like,
you can... No,
I feel like I've said this before, but it's literally like Gamer, like that movie Gamer, or like Surrogates.
Or Ready Player One.
Yeah, or Ready Player One too.
I think right now it's Sims, very much so Sims.
Yeah, I mean it's Sims levels, but that's where they want to take it.
The goal is
though.
what he was saying.
Yeah,
but it's a little bit more real, like more like.
No,
not risk, but just what's the word? Like,
I think
there's
Sims
more.
is a good analogy. I don't know if you've seen any TikToks about it, but I've seen a few people have their meetings and meeting people and shit like that. And like it's very similar.
What is the goal of it? Like why do they want? Like what do they gain out of this? Like
out of the metaverse?
Like are they making like it's?
Of course, you're literally restarting a whole generation, a whole life, for their beneficial gain of the money. Like
yeah,
it's now we can take you out of reality. You can sit in your home not doing anything and still losing money, spending money, working, everything. You're still at home.
Have you ever heard of Decentraland?
Yeah.
You have? Have you?
Nah.
So Decentraland started out as a cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Right, and then I guess like this was their whole plan all along, but they basically started like a metaversal universe thing. And basically Decentraland, just think of it like Sims, or think of it like a game. Like Decentraland is a place that you can go to on the internet, essentially. And think about like the people who created Decentraland, run Decentraland. They make money off of everything that comes through there.
Yeah.
And you can go on there and literally like buy property on Decentraland, and you'll have like you could build a house, own land here, start a business on Decentraland where you sell and buy stuff, all with the cryptocurrency that they allow to be used on there. Yeah. And that's how, like, for one, like everything, you got to think about everything on there is like an NFT, essentially. Yeah. Like literally everything. Like if you have a person on Decentraland, like a Benji that's on Decentraland, that Benji is an NFT. And everything that Benji owns is an NFT. Like from the clothes to the land to literally everything you could think of. Just think about the life that we're living right now, and everything being an NFT. And that's how it all is.
It's just easier to monitor. Like that's my whole scary thing about the future is that like it looks nice. All these movies make it seem somewhat glamorous, but also scary. But it's nice to think about a future where you'll be able to, sit at home and do all these things. But like in the movies, it comes with a cost of being, controlled. Because in all the movies, what ends up happening or who ends up being the bad guys in the movies is that it's the government. Because they know exactly where you are. They know your every move, who you are, what you like before you even wake up. They know all these things. Yeah. And it's something that's, we talk about it now. We joke about it with our phones. But imagine now your phone is literally your life. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just that.
It's almost there already.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's just that scary.
And that's kind of like the thing that people like, but also don't necessarily. People who like crypto and stuff like it, but people who don't like crypto don't like this because basically with something like a Decentraland or the metaverse or anything, it's not government influence. It's not government anything on paper outside to the front of the world. And that's what people who are in support of it really like about it. But people who aren't don't like that the government has no kind of like... It's basically just like, the government has something involved in it. They got to. Like, they have something involved in everything. That's what the government does. Put their hands in shit. But, like, people really feel like there's a certain level of freedom that they have as far as cryptocurrency, as far as the metaverse, that they could just go out there and pretty much, do things without, you know.
We're already seeing it. The whole Biden, was it next year or the year after? About he's going to be monitoring.
This year. Oh, no, it's the end of this year.
Yeah.
It's 2022 where January everything over $600 is getting monitored.
And people were saying like, oh, it's because... we started working and we started making money doing our own thing. But a lot of people were like, that's not it. It's because cryptocurrency is so big. Yeah. And they're not able to monitor it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So they were saying like, you guys can, think that, which I still believe is like a middle point. The COVID happened and so many people were able to start their dreams, their businesses and see they don't need the government or to go through the government. So there's back doors that you take. But those backdoors are becoming really, really big because now NFTs, now you got metaverse, and it's kind of hard to keep up with. So this is their attempt to keep, eyes on it, which I don't really like what Marcus said. I think if they're showing you they're willing to like keep up with your 600, imagine what they're really doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know with the metaverse. I want to get on it early. I want to get on it early too. And I want to learn because I feel like we're going to be in the phases, 20 years from now, we're going to be the generation that somewhat not even somewhat, we literally going to watch it evolve, Exactly. So our kids are going to be the ones that be born into it, but we're watching it evolve from what it is now. And I feel like we have a good chance of making a lot of money and possibly even benefiting or reaping the benefits years and years to come. Yeah. So I think it's just something you got to learn.
And that's the thing that like really bothers me about like how the government is trying to be involved now because of how much money it's making, and that they didn't really care because people don't really think about the fact that when crypto first started, a lot of people were using crypto for like black market type shit. Yeah. And they weren't really like stopping that. They weren't really involved in that a lot. But now that crypto is such a money-making thing and like it's become like average for the average day person, it's like, okay, now we got to stop that. or now we gotta like put regulations on it. And it's just like, you know, from not even just like crypto, but to NFTs, to everything. Like I see the government, at least like here in the US, trying to do whatever they can to start like regulating that shit in some kind of way. I don't even know what regulating it would look like exactly, but I think it would have to do with, I'm not really too sure. I don't know if you know, because I know you invest a lot in like crypto and stuff like that, but how does it work with like taxes as far as like money that you make?
As far as I know, if you sell it within the year, you pay like 30%.
Mm-hmm.
But if you keep it for a year, if you keep it over a year, if you don't sell it, then it goes down to like 10%.
Yeah, I think I saw a video about that too.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like where I think the government is wanting to get their piece of the pie. Like
I'm just
taxes.
not selling it. It's just there. It's just built like, cause it's like I have no reason to pull it out yet. And once I do, then all right. But
yeah,
who knows? It may be really worth something in the future.
Damn, what's that one actor's name? I just really can't remember his name right now. He has glasses, kind of big. You remember he went...
Jonah Hill?
Yeah. So he said that he believes that social media should have time frames. And I believe in that.
Time frames?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. What do
It
you
should
mean by
close.
that?
Oh, like closing hours.
Yeah, so you should be able to do social media from 12 to 6.
Interesting.
He was saying at this point, social media is becoming such a big thing. It's such a thing that where it's now being like a job for people.
Yeah.
So just like any other job, you should be able to have your open and closed hours. And I think I fully agree with that, because
that's a really interesting
even with the metaverse, even with Instagram, imagine if after 7 o'clock we all had to go live. Like we had to be outside. What would the world look like right now?
Like you could, like when you would try to go on Instagram, it would be closed.
Like
Like it would literally say, like it would be like literally closed. Like
People-
just a blank screen closed.
People would never let that rock though.
That's be so fire.
I like the idea.
They wouldn't
but
let it
people-
rock, but what could they do?
I mean, they would. I could see people really like going crazy about that, like,
But, like,
rioting type shit.
Because
Riot, like
Yeah, because you got to think like if someone is.
Because essentially you're telling them what they can and can't do.
Exactly.
You're limiting.
Yeah.
I get it.
I
Like, to a
get
point.
that.
And then
I get
also-
it, but it's like
It's levels to it too, because it's like if you tell someone like, hey, you only have your business hours are 9 to 5, and someone is like, hey, well, I use my social media, I'm a 5 to 9 type of person. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have like, but you just cut off all my income right there.
But it's kind of crazy. It's like, you know, that whole notion like, oh, I quit my 9 to 5. Like, well, I'm pursuing my own dream so I can not be a 9 to 5. In reality, it's more like a 24/7.
Yeah, I
Like-
see that meme all the time.
Yeah, like it's real though. Like
It
I'm
is.
constantly like every hour I have to do something related to like, you know, like I know I versus like literally don't, you know, I probably do less than 24/7 of course, but literally I have to because I don't have a set schedule.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
but
saying?
I think the whole Jonah Hill thing, and I'm almost 1,000% sure he said this. I hope I'm not confusing him with another actor. But
Big guy with glasses.
Not Seth Rogen, right?
no, not Seth Rogen.
Okay.
It could have been Seth. Seth
That's
be
what I'm
saying that
That's
shit.
not- it
Seth be
sounded
putting
like
that shit out
something
there.
Seth would say.
Yeah.
It sound like
I don't
but
think he said that. Look up Seth Rogen. Maybe I don't think I'm getting this confused at all.
Seth be doing all his
Seth
shit.
be quiet.
That nigga
like, he
make
be-
vases and shit. Like he got a whole businesses.
I don't
like,
think- I
shout out
could've-
to Seth Rogen
I could've
and
sworn
Jonah
I
Hill. I
was-
fuck with Jonah Hill
I could
too.
have sworn I was scrolling on Instagram and it was Jonah Hill.
It could be either one of them. They're all both pretty like, you know, whatchamacallit. What's the word?
They just look up Seth Rogen.
Progressive.
Just, this nigga's looking up what I said. Excuse
Social
me.
media club. Nigga, just look up. He just needs to see who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He don't remember what Seth Rogen looked like.
Like, that's all it was.
Seth Rogen is
I
Canadian?
think it was Jonah Hill. It was Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
I'm almost sure it was Jonah Hill. Now the whole Seth Rogen just came in my head. I don't think it was him, but that could be wrong. Either or, whoever it may have been.
Shouts out to both of them since we don't remember who it is.
I do believe that to your point, it could lead to a lot of problems. But I also believe if someone that was working, I guess outside of those hours primarily, I think it'll put a lot of more emphasis on being on the app as using it as more crucial time. Like imagine if, you know, Supreme, all these things now, even me had to change my business hours to only, like I think it comes with a lot of upside, honestly, because let's say Benji is dropping a pair of socks. Well, now he knows he has to drop it at 12 o'clock. Because after 12 o'clock, Supreme is going to be dropping at 3. This person will be dropping at 5 or whatever the case may be because they know that's when social media is open. So I think it would cause a lot more frenzy to things, which I think may have a lot of more upside. But on the downside, who wants to be going through that as a customer?
Yeah.
But I look at it more so of like still having the willingness to leave an app that knows its destruction, or not even just the app, but just social media as a whole. Because at the end of the day, you have to look at it like this. If people know the downfalls, which we all do, and we're all learning every single day how much social media can affect all of us.
Yeah.
And they're still pushing it, which is going to happen. This is why we're doing the metaverse. It's because there's more and more money to be made. It's less about the individual that's doing the app or working on the app or even consuming the app. It's more about how much money can the app push out. And at this point, I think we're watching that happen with Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram is now the copycat app. A lot of people have been saying that they're not innovative. They've just been late to everything. You know, they stole the shit from Snapchat with stories and kicked them niggas to the side.
Yeah.
Cool. They stole videos from TikTok. And they're still competing with. Actually, they're not even competing. TikTok is blowing them out the water.
Yeah, TikTok is going crazy.
So it's exactly. So it's kind of more. I think it's more so about how you would go about introducing something like that. Of course, Apple has tried to do it with on your own will. You can set it on your phone.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think if this was to actually happen, we would see the bigger effects of social media like that we never would have thought, like behind closed doors. Like who actually needs it to be open 24/7? Like who's actually making so much money every time I click it? So that's a little different. I don't know if anyone wants to see all that, but
you definitely use your time more wisely for sure.
Yeah, I think it's amazing.
I mean, I like the idea, like in theory, but I just feel like with that comes things that maybe we haven't even imagined yet, as far as like limiting it to certain like hours. Or maybe an even better idea would be like, hey, you can set like your own 8 hours. Like let's say you have someone who's more of a person who like works at night, they do their business, like the people that they would do business with, like let's think about like restaurants, something like that. And their business is more so a night type of business. Maybe they could say, okay, well, we only get 8 hours through our social media, so we're gonna do our 8 hours from like 4 to whatever.
I just depends what type of person you are, because
miss out on the people that
I think y'all looking at it like they're still
but
not.
At least it gives you the choice.
They're still not real life. I think y'all looking at it from a perspective that all these businesses can only live on this virtual world, which I think is the point of saying, hey, there's still real people. There's still a lot of people in this world that don't need their phone to like your food. You know what I mean? They don't need their phone to look at your product. And I think that's the purpose of having these hours, because I think, let's just use a celebrity. Let's say, which happens, let's just go back to the Bottega thing. Like, now, if you do anything past 6 o'clock, say the app is closed, unless you knew about it before the app, you're not going. You're not even going to hear about it. And I think it puts more emphasis on those times. Like, hey, I can't hit up Benji and see what he's doing. If he's around my neighborhood, I have to actually call Benji, speak to Benji, like, hey, where are you? You know what I mean? Or what are you into right now? Come over. And those are the interactions that I think whoever said it was more so speaking about. Because if I'm Ruby Tuesdays and I'm making a living off the app, now I'm like, fuck, I got to actually worry about these personal connections now. I feel like I'm watching a lot of businesses blow up streetwear, vintage boutiques, all this, and because they're so harping on TikTok. They look great on TikTok. You know what I mean? So it's like, regardless of the service you get in there, you already have this perceived notion about them because they look so great on TikTok. Now, if they only had 4 hours of their day outside of the 12 to 24 that they would normally use, I think we'll care about customer service more. You know what I mean? That's what I took from the quote. Was more so that. Like when it's closed, now you have to work harder to be this personable person. Now we get to see the real you. We don't have this virtual view of you already of being such a great business, because now after these hours are done, are you angry? Are you upset? Are you really racist? Like, I think you will see more things like that. So that's just my opinion on it, though.
Could be. You feel like
I had a thought. It's almost like it's a balance at the end of the day. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I feel like people are just so like either this way or that way. I feel like if we just incorporate more balance, like, okay, social media for, I don't know, 9 to 6, I guess. I don't know if that's half the day for some people. But, like, that's actually not bad. Like, why does it have to be an all-day thing? Like, I get it. That's what you like. But sometimes what you like is not always good for you. Like, it's good to have a balance. That way, because I feel like the more life is going out with these years, and you can see it in malls. Malls is fucking closing down and shit. We're more and more everywhere. Just being confined to being at home. Like, there's no reasons to leave the house no more.
And that's what I really believe it was Jonah Hill. I really think that's
and there's nothing wrong with that.
The
and I get it. People
like,
want to be like not told what to do, and I that's like, I get it. Who the fuck wants to be told what to do? But at the end of the day, sometimes what we want is not what we need. Like,
what comes down
it's a
to
balance.
This, what comes down to this isn't about the ideal. It's who says it.
yeah.
That's what it comes down to. If the
Yeah, that is
government
true.
or if a white man
is
gets
true.
on the, not even, if an old white man gets on there and says, we need to do this, we're not
Yeah.
going to do it.
Nah, it's a
But
pride thing
if-
also.
If, I'm trying to think of like an actual person. If Rihanna comes out and is like, I think we should try this way. And of course, no one's going to.
All her whole Navy gonna
Yeah,
try it.
of course, the whole world won't try it, but the people that it's gonna slowly become
it's gonna
exactly
trickle down to all the
Fans.
people who matter.
exactly. So
Yeah.
then it's a little different. It's sad to just bring up a celebrity, not just saying she's just a celebrity, but it's sad to say we look up to people like that over someone that runs our country. But
Celebrities are our icons, essentially. Like, we're gonna listen to them
No,
before we
I-
listen to anybody.
yeah, I was just trying to say it's sad to say like someone of her stature we believe in without no schooling or anything over the people that went to school for it. They know what they're
You
doing.
ever seen that, like, it's like a meme? It's like a meme or like just a tweet that somebody said, like, we should be thankful to live in a time where, like the earth has been around for like billions of years, but we just so happen to be living in a time where like thug exists.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm not saying like there's always been a thug, but there's always been relevant people in every
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. I know what you're
decade
saying,
like
yeah.
that has been figures, and that's just how the world works. There's always gonna be like people like you said, icons, whether they're
Yeah.
musicians or.
But I think like nowadays, more of our figures and
Yeah.
the people that we really listen to and care about are more people that aren't like, they can't. It's more like celebrities,
Yeah.
you know, because celebrities. If we go back 100 years,
Yeah.
you know, the celebrities then are few and far between, and the people that we care about are more like our, you know, our presidents or our, you know, people who are in charge.
I think
Think about like when Kennedy was president. Like he was the popular nigga. He had fans. You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Mistake. You can tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know if we're even able. Who would you guys say? Yeah, no. I think my thing is accurate. I think it's
What?
the age gap. So like, Michael Jackson's for our parents, right? So how old is Michael
Yeah.
Jackson when he died?
He was 50 something, right?
50 something, right? My mom is about that age as well.
Yeah.
So let's just like 5 years apart, right?
Yeah.
I think with us, the age gap doesn't matter anymore due to social media.
Yeah.
Like I could be 12 and I think Rihanna knows my whole life. I think she's my twin. You know what I mean? I think versus back then, kind of like what you were saying, unless you were Michael Jackson, and you would literally only know a certain crowd of people. But now we're able to look at like the masses of celebrities. You got fucking, what's my girl name? I love her so much. Rosa. Come on, guys.
Rosalia?
Thank you.
Okay.
I didn't want to say her name wrong.
Rosalia.
Come on, quit playing, boy.
oh,
Rosalia.
He said,
I
who?
thought it was
Say it,
Rosalia.
Say it again. Rosalia.
Yeah.
You can put that spice on
She's
it.
fire. She's fire. Yeah, so like someone like that, I don't think would have been nowhere near as big 10 years ago. It would have been a smaller community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think now, I'm just using her for a random example. I just think now we're able to see so many different celebrities with their beliefs, with what they would want, you know, to see change in the world. And they're able to do this because, of course, they're nowhere near under pressure as a governor or as a president
Yeah.
and shit like that. But they're also able to make that change because they have that crowd. So
Yeah.
I don't believe, like, you know, like I said, our parents' generations were able to, like, even know about smaller artists or care. Let me say that, not know about, but care about these smaller artists that were pushing for voices. Because you hear about that all the time on TikTok about, like, the real person that started rock. And chances are these real OGs left to start like this whole movement because they started seeing how they were being treated, and then they get thrown to the side and no one cares. Now we're kind of able to see things like that,
Yeah.
or be educated if we would choose to be educated on it, you know?
And just like we're gonna loop back around to social media, but that's how people are able to access all these smaller niche things.
Exactly,
Like that's
exactly.
niche things now are like have their whole own communities at this
Literally.
point. Like, and if you think about something that was big back then, like back in like the 80s or whatever was big back then, that's niche now.
Yeah.
And then what is big now is like humongous
So
in comparison.
Let's say this, right?
That's how we get like
I
Drake.
can't really think right this moment. But what was something big and like not really best for the community and people that was going on around our parents' time? I mean, racism. You
That
got
was
that
big
too.
around our
Like,
parents' time.
that was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, you got racism.
Oh, that was
which-
bad.
Which is always going to be a thing, but we can go with that.
I don't know. It's different. My parents from Peru.
What would you say?
They were dealing with terrorism down there.
Like more corrupt.
corruption in the government. Is what you're trying to say?
Like,
That's gonna always be a thing. Okay. Let's. I think the dirty cops is a great thing. The dirty cops is a great thing. I'm gonna go with that. Do you think there will be any such thing as body cams and being able to do these police or citizen arrests and all these things if it weren't for an iPhone, if it wasn't for J. Cole, if it wasn't for Kendrick Lamar? And don't get me wrong, there are several artists that were doing what they were doing, but the influence and the caring of these artists weren't the same. You think if Michael Jackson would have came out and said stop this or Black Lives Matter, that there wouldn't have been an uproar before? I'm not blaming Michael Jackson by any means. I want to make that clear. But I just don't feel like the community of celebrities was as big. You feel me? Like, it's like, you're Michael Jackson, stay in that corner. You can't tell Rihanna that. You can't tell Kanye West that. And you damn sure can't tell Jay-Z that. It's huge now. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I'm saying.
But
Right?
also, you know, like if Michael Jackson, just imagine Michael Jackson says that, because I feel like he had like his time where he was more like pro black, or not
They
even
don't
pro
really
black, but just
care
like
about
pro
us,
pro.
yeah.
No,
But like,
that's-
imagine where he says that message.
Yeah.
Like he says that at that concert. How is that reaching another side of the world?
That's what I'm saying.
You know, like
But-
it can't.
But what I'm saying
to today.
What I'm saying is like the social media has its benefits, but like you're kind of hitting on it with the whole niche crowd. There's a crowd for everything, so, and it was easier to control a voice like that. But now, if you have, you know, even a small voice is a huge voice. You can get canceled
Yeah.
in 2 seconds now,
Yeah,
and that's kind of what I'm
literally.
saying. Like, let's say I'm trying to think of a smaller act that's kind of still big. Let's go with Baby Keem. I think
Yeah.
that's a good name to use.
Yeah.
If Baby Keem wanted to start an uproar about something, how he felt about how the government and whatever is being used, I'm just using him for back in the day, he could have done that, no one gave a fuck. He can go on
Exactly.
every fucking
Yeah.
stage and it would never be covered.
Yeah.
Now, it will be covered. Regardless of how big or small you are, it will be covered. And I just feel like that's because of the masses of social media, of course, but
Yeah.
also because the celebrity stature has only grown and it's only gotten to some degree, they're in their own world, but we look at them as if like they're all their own leaders. You know what I mean? Like, you look at Rihanna for her business as being a strong woman, and essentially you want her to be your mom in some type of way. If she's not your mom, you want her to be your girlfriend.
My wife.
But even at that wife, you know, even at that wife point, you're not looking at her as a wife like, oh, I just want to have sex with her. You're looking at her like, she's gonna change my life.
I want her to be here.
She's gonna but look at it. When we said the Rocky thing, mad women were upset because they're like, Rocky don't deserve her. Rihanna changed lives. She saves people. Rocky talks about how he doesn't care about black people, this and the third. You're only able to say that because you look on the outside and you don't know how Rocky truly feels. He said that
you don't.
and it was a dumb thing to say. It was rather uneducated to say. And now he's able to learn with someone that he is being with, you know what I mean? And so we look at Rihanna and these figures more like outside of just their sexual appeal, outside of just who they are. Like, no, they can actually do some work. I don't think, and you know, I wasn't born, of course, around my mom's time of being a teenager. I don't really know of a celebrity that they looked up to that was like, oh no, they can change the world. Or they can. It was more like, no, they can change the music. We like music. We can even bring up, you know, the man, R. Kelly, but like, no one looked at him to change the world, and he was fucking the game up, you know, musically. And also Michael Jackson was, and we can go on with thousands of names, but I just think over time we've changed to expect more out of these people because they're able to do so much.
But I do feel there's levels to things, like not levels to things more so, but it's like a ladder or a like a staircase. Like certain people have to like kind of like inspire others. I'm not saying Michael Jackson was just out here. just pro.
I agree. I'm not blaming nobody.
I just feel like little by little times and mentals change.
Because it's not really their fault. Like artists from back in the day not
Yeah.
saying things. I
Like-
feel like they definitely did,
Yeah.
but we just didn't hear it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's all.
No,
very true.
I'm not gonna say they didn't say things. The reason, I don't know if I'm making the right point here, and it might have got lost in translation. What I'm saying is artists now can speak to you without their music, and we care. I
Yeah.
don't think it was the same thing back then.
Yeah.
They spoke to you through the music.
Yeah.
Like Mars was saying, they may have been several of those moments with Michael Jackson. It would never been covered though, because it's not his music. Now as a celebrity, you're covering everything from the moment they wake up to the moment they go to sleep.
Oh well, yeah,
Like,
I get what you're
I
saying.
get it.
That's
Okay.
more about like
You talking about? Okay, so nowadays people don't separate the art. Like
They don't.
Yeah,
They
they
don't.
don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't.
nowadays people don't separate. Like what you do is
yeah,
like
yeah.
not to bring,
Nowadays, celebrity isn't just about what you do. Celebrity is about who you are.
like
Yeah,
not
yeah.
to bring him up, but like look at Travis. Like right now, like he was such a loved guy. Like everybody wanted him on songs and everything. And
I hate that you brought that up, but go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. It's just like now it's just like they're trying to crucify him, and it's just like fuck. I'm not. But like, regardless,
You don't even know what to say.
It's sad. It's fucked
That's how
up,
much you gotta
bro.
tiptoe around that
Because
topic.
it's like, bro, I ain't even trying to get into that, bro. Like, most of the people talking all that shit ain't never even been to a fucking festival. Like, bro, like, you don't even know how it is, and you just talking out the side of your fucking neck. And I ain't even been to a concert. But anyways, that's another story. My bad. I didn't mean to get into that. But yeah, like, yeah, they don't separate the art. They don't. Like, now it's everything is like the whole package. Like, you're as a person, like, if you do one thing, like, whether you did it in your music or not, oh, fuck everything you stand for and everything, like.
I think I really started to notice that more when, like, you hop on Instagram, hop on anywhere, and you just see, like, all these pictures of people in their, like, their bum outfits, like going to the grocery store or walking down the street, or, you know, what's her name? Huh?
You just talking about
Yeah, celebrities. Or Channing Tatum and what's her name? Riding a bike down the street. Like,
I mean,
why is this news?
That's always been a thing. Don't get me wrong. Like TMZ, all these publications, it's always been a thing. But now it's more interesting because there's so many other platforms to put it on. Versus like a news or a newspaper or some type of magazine, which you would have read it for. Now you just scan a picture. If that, you just upload a picture and you call it a day.
But I'm saying, like, back then it was like you would see someone and they were actually like going somewhere doing something.
Yeah.
You know, now it's just like you see them out living their daily life and it's just like, oh, you got to take a picture.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's like it's important. It's
I
valuable.
think it's interesting, but I think it's we have to be fair. Like Michael Jackson couldn't go anywhere. Like that.
At a point.
That's Michael Jackson.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, that's
true,
my.
that's true.
But what I want to bring back to the conversation is what I'm saying. Like I don't know. I can't say average, but like regular. Growing celebrities. Let me say that. Like not the A-list celebrities are also being covered from top to bottom. That's what I'm saying. And I think for that is because of the fact that of the rise of social media. That's one thing.
Yeah.
But also because a follower, not consumer. I would say what's the person I'm trying to say? I don't want to say a customer. Whatever. Let's just say that a follower, a person that believes in what they're saying, music. Like you just said, there's really no line at this point. Would care for everything, and I'm one of them to some degree because I care for every update on Frank. But it's a little different because he's hidden. But
yeah,
I think just over the years of social media and celebrities becoming so freaking big, from shoes to, I mean, I would say Rihanna was one of the many strong voices of helping people vote. What was it, 2 years ago, right? Or 1 year ago? When did Trump get out?
That was
Last year?
2
years ago?
2020.
Oh, it was about to be 2
It
years
was the
ago.
2019 election though.
So it was about okay, yeah.
About 2
so
years ago
I think
now.
she was rather a strong voice. I mean, a lot of celebrities were strong voices,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. We're to the point now where these people can say this and people do it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And it's always been like that. But like you said, unless it was huge, or even if you were a huge star, I wasn't seeing that on CNN.
Yeah.
I wasn't seeing that on this, bro. It's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
What's your point, Benji?
My point was, I don't remember. But what I'm trying... Oh, I know what it is. Everybody is like this is a little bit backwards, but I just feel like everybody's trying to be first in anything. Social media, like you said, now there's a lot more publications.
Yeah.
Say Cheese TV, all these motherfuckers,
Yeah,
all these little
yeah.
social media, everybody wants to be. It doesn't even matter if it's
it doesn't
real.
matter. Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
matter. It's not real. It can just be a person that doesn't.
Yeah.
Like everybody's
Yeah,
trying to be.
I was just about to bring that up. Speaking of that,
The
What?
Kim thing, I think the Kim still has some truth to it. I thought you were going to bring up the Kanye thing.
Everything's like.
what?
The Kanye thing,
You
when
talking
they,
about the
when they cropped that picture of that girl, and it
Yeah,
was literally he
I
wasn't
could go
even with her.
Next with that too.
Yeah, he
But,
was.
like, it's,
so
it's really
the,
both of them.
You know the black
That was cropped.
that was cropped. Yeah, she was with Diddy's son.
Yeah, Diddy's son. Yeah,
But it was
you
cropped.
You thought that was his girl, didn't
why
you?
not? Like I
Exactly.
guess,
See?
like mentally, like
Yeah,
I'm just not thinking. Like
they,
I guess
they cropped it to make it look
I'm
like
not
that.
thinking,
But
but to,
it didn't
get lied to.
And she was. That's what the person I was watching it on. She was just like it. She was like, it's so crazy what the media does. This took 2 seconds. If you'd just zoomed out of the picture, you would have seen what's going on. But instead of doing it like, nah, let's just stay right here. And so yeah, to your point, it is about who's first.
It created a whole story,
yeah,
a whole narrative.
and it's like it doesn't even matter. Like it really
like
does not matter.
they'll just make some shit up because by making it up, you
The
are
truth,
first.
Yeah, and the truth will come out. The truth will come out
Yeah,
after that.
yeah,
like you know
yeah.
what I mean. But at that point, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
And then like with shit like that, it's like at that point, the problems that it could cause with shit when shit like that happens is just I don't feel like it's worth the risk. But like at the same time, they don't care like how that's gonna influence Kanye's life.
Yeah, just like how TMZ broke the news about Kobe. And how much they got sued for that shit for?
A lot.
Like you feel me?
I
Like
didn't even know
a
you
lot.
could get sued for that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
I
what's it
didn't
called?
even-
Something wrongful death? Not wrongful death. I forgot what it's called. No one knew. The family didn't even know.
Yeah.
It's something. I forgot what it's called. It's not wrongful death or something else.
But
I want to know. That's interesting. Because
Yeah,
I didn't even
I'm
know
not
you
sure
could
what
get
the word
sued for
is either.
telling. I guess, like I get, like I know, I definitely it's wrong. I know that that's fucked up. But it's like I didn't know you could get sued for like telling the world, hey,
Because, like-
such and such died before you knew.
On the same grounds as like defamation of character.
It's something along those lines.
Because it's just like
Look it
you
up.
could-
What
you
they
could
sued them
report.
for? Yeah.
I get that it's you could probably sue somebody for saying such and such died, and then such and such like, bro, I'm alive. I'm suing your
I think
ass.
you're
Like,
missing the point that it was never confirmed that he was
Yeah,
dead.
it was
Okay.
never confirmed. They
Confirmed.
reported
They
it.
reported
They
it.
just
though.
wanted to be first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Damn.
Exactly.
Damn. Yes.
Nigga said TMX.
TMX.
TMX. Get sued for with Kobe death.
What did DMX get? What the
Yeah.
fuck?
This
nigga's
nigga's
wildin'.
wilding over here with the type in. You gotta enter. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So lawsuit, Kobe Bryant. I don't even see it.
Right there. Click it. Bottom. Oh, so they only got attacked from the police. It wasn't Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's family, I think, sued the helicopter company. But let's look into this.
So, criticized TMZ for being the first to report of the helicopter crash that killed Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter before police were able to notify his family.
Yeah.
Not the news outlet or the press conference. It would be extremely disrespectful to understand that your loved one perished and you learn about it from TMZ. That's just wholly inappropriate. I think they just got a lot of like backlash for it. I don't think they got sued for real.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Like I understand it's wrong. Don't get me wrong, but I just didn't know legally. Like it's like it can be legally like something done about that.
Yeah, I don't believe so.
Nah, there was.
Cause that would mean all the times that
Bro, no,
like,
you do get in trouble. What the fuck did I watch on that?
Cause I know, remember when like the thing death hoax and shit like that, like oh such and such died and no really he's alive. Like I don't know
There
if
was
any of
this-
those people got sued, or did they?
Damn, bro, I don't know what the fuck I was watching on Netflix, but this girl was such a hungry reporter to like, fuck, it was this white girl too. This was actually a good show. I just can't remember. And like she never got her shit fact checked. She was right though, but she was always breaking it first. And when it came out like full story of what happened, she lost everything.
Reminds me of Nightcrawler.
It was
Yeah.
essentially something like that.
Yeah.
But damn, I can't remember the name of the show. This is crazy. Oh, it's whatever. I think those lines are just very thin, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a little different because it's like if you don't fact check your stuff, you just like say something.
Yeah.
And if anything of that something, you could be right about it. But
Yeah.
if the reason it wasn't right, then you still, you
Yeah.
get in trouble for that. But
I can't remember the name of the show, bro. She was going hard, too.
yeah, I'm not sure. But it doesn't seem like TMZ got sued.
Sued.
Specifically. But she did sue.
The
Report LASD sued over alleged shared photo. Was it the photos? Maybe that was it. Cause I think that might be what you're getting at. Cause I think I remember that someone like put photos out of, cause that I think is an illegal thing to do. Like you can't like show
Crime scene and not family.
that. You can't show like crime scenes or anything like that before, anything is like confirmed or before anything is like I don't know what the word is. So the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department is being sued over allegations allowed people to take photos at the scene. Yeah. And that might be how TMZ got wrapped into it because they took photos, but the LA the sheriff department got in trouble for it instead.
What was it that it was the first photo of somebody's dead body that like was selling like hella for a lot?
I'm not sure. I know what you're talking about, but I'm not sure who it was. But yeah, that kind of stuff is just that's where it like crosses the line where you start like taking pictures of shit or like video things or death and everything like that. Like you get in trouble for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, again, one more topic. Let's get in one more. Call it a day. You feel me?
Well, we was already talking about like Facebook and the metaverse. I don't know if we really need to get into NFTs and popular culture.
Let's scroll down.
That's what we got. And Eternals, the movie.
I haven't even seen it.
You haven't seen it?
Hell no, I want to, but I haven't seen it. No.
Yeah, it's
I seen that Spider-Man trailer though.
It's not all that
The
great.
future, we can talk about the future of Marvel.
Spider-Man trailer going crazy.
I don't really got enough information.
They think that Spider-Man is about to do 3 billion.
3 billion
What?
first day?
Yeah,
First week.
Yeah, type shit.
The lizard getting punched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw that they edited in like all 3 Spider-Mans, even though it's kind of funny to me how they're kind of doing that, because I don't know if you saw like how Andrew Garfield and
Tobey Maguire.
no, not Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland,
Yeah.
how they
Oh,
kind of like met at that whatever the fuck they was at, and they act like they didn't know each other. But I don't know, like I'm not sure if we're really about to see all 3 in there.
I think
People are really hoping for that, but I don't know.
I just feel like there's too many loopholes and shit like that. But the reason,
I think
this is the last one, right?
Last
Spider-Man?
one? Fuck no. Are they
last Tom Holland Spider-Man, is it not?
Is it?
It probably is. Yeah,
Oh,
it probably is.
shit. Maybe.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see, but I think it is. But regardless of the fact, I think if all
It's still open for sure.
nah, because I could have sworn 2 years ago. I mean, that was 2 years ago when we were looking into it. He was only good for 2 movies. Cause you remember that's why he wasn't in what's the shit called?
Yeah, last film
Bro.
of the Tom Holland.
never mind.
Because his whole thing was
that's it's a trilogy.
Levi.
yeah, that's why he wasn't in Endgame and stuff like that.
Did you
Because
see
his whole
Venom?
thing was supposed to be separate and
You
like
see the ending?
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
So that's my thing. That if they're
What?
gonna do
Did
all
you see
that-
Venom too?
Yeah.
You seen the ending?
Yeah. I
And
just,
how
just-
he's seen Spider-Man through the TV?
yeah.
But they always do shit like that.
Yeah.
No, this was big. That
Bro,
was big as fuck.
Well,
No.
you're talking about them bridging the universes.
That's what I'm talking
But
about.
that's different though. See, because
That wouldn't be a solo movie.
I feel.
no,
I don't
but
think they're
like-
gonna bring Venom for this new Spider-Man.
No,
I don't
but
think. I
but
think
the
they're gonna
reason-
include these guys somehow.
No, I'm. What I'm talking about is them bringing the different Spider-Mans. I already know they're bringing like the villains. I don't know about Venom. I don't think Venom is gonna be in.
That's
this
why I feel
movie.
like Tom Holland's gonna do at least. Is gonna. I'm not gonna say he's gonna have his own Spider-Man again. Maybe not. I don't know. But he's gonna be sharing the screen with Venom again. I don't think it's gonna be on this Spider-Man movie. It's gonna be.
I mean,
in something.
maybe, but they don't always see all that kind of stuff through. But they are bringing. Venom could be in this next movie. I don't know. I have no idea. But they are trying
You
to
can
basically.
sign a contract, so.
They're using that to kind of like do this whole multiverse thing that they're doing, and that's why they did that in the Venom
Metaverse.
movie, because Venom is coming over to Marvel. Venom was owned by Sony, and now it's owned by Marvel.
Yeah.
You know, and just like the Fantastic Four, they're also owned by Marvel now. All those like Sony, like just think about all like the terrible
Sony
Marvel
and
character
Fox,
films.
yeah.
They're all on Marvel now. So
Yeah.
now we're about to see them like all together, and they're probably gonna
Not
do
yet, but
different
we'll
things.
see.
I mean, now, yeah, like contract wise, they switched over now. So the next, if we get another Venom movie, it's gonna be on Marvel.
Yeah.
If we get another X-Men movie, it's gonna be on Marvel. The Blade movie is on Marvel.
What about
You know,
Deadpool? Deadpool's still with Fox.
I'm not sure about Deadpool. His shit was different.
Yeah, I'm interested to see the new Spider-Man movie. I know Tom Holland's not gonna disappoint. I think there's gonna be a lot of loopholes with this, like I'm about to say metaverse, but multiverse and different Spider-Mans, which I really have fucking hate. But I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a pass because it's Tom Holland, and they'll get my money.
I think they're gonna do well with it. Cause,
I think they're gonna do fucking amazing.
Because I don't think they. I'm not really sure exactly how they're gonna do it, but I don't think they're gonna like bullshit the multiverse. At least in this specific movie, because they were talking about how long.
This is the
it's
last
been, like, built
Marvel
up for.
movie of the year. They're
I mean,
gonna,
I don't-
they
the reason-
saved it for a reason.
The reason why I'm saying like, because I feel like there was more build up with Endgame and everything. Like I feel like all that shit was like so many details, so many everything. Granted, a lot of these movies details do show after, you know. So I'm not like the super fan. I will consider myself a big fan, but I just don't feel the same thing with a Spider-Man multi. Maybe it's kind of care for other actors. I might be biased.
I guess it's because I watched WandaVision and I watched
Yeah.
Captain America and the Winter Soldier, and then I also watched Loki. And the end of Loki set this whole fucking universe up.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing in the last bit of the trailer for Spider-Man is basically supposed to tie into what just happened at the end of Loki. So that's like me piecing that together. It's not just about a Spider-Verse. It's about a whole multiverse of just
No,
everything.
I just feel like
It's gonna be a madness. Like it's gonna be fucking crazy.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just saying I just like the setup better for what I saw in Endgame, and maybe I'm coming in there with the wrong expectations.
I mean, that's the whole thing with like Marvel right now. They're kind of, and that's what I don't like. It seems like they're kind of trying to go for the big swings like early, based off of how things ended with the last phase.
Yeah.
But at the same time, which I've been telling everybody, is just like these are the first movies of this new phase.
Yeah.
So you got to think back to the first movies of the old phase. Was we really fucking with all those movies like that? Not really. Like there was some that we liked. Of course, like I think the first Iron Man a lot of people liked, but the first Thor, niggas wasn't fucking with the first Thor. Niggas wasn't really fucking with the first Captain
First
America.
Thor
The
was
second
trash.
Thor,
Second Thor was
like,
trash. First Captain America was really was okay.
But when you look at it, when you look at it from the in-game perspective, it's like, all this shit was so important, so valuable to the end of this story.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like we're gonna really be able to appreciate this phase until we get to the end of it.
I don't know. I still appreciate it.
No, the reason why I'm saying that though is like I said, we have to watch, or at least I have to watch the movie to have my actual like, oh my god. I just feel like I felt oh my god from the beginning of Endgame. Fuck that. Black Panther, like even when I was leading up to them, like these movies were crazy. I don't get that from Spider-Man. I don't get that.
You don't get that from this Spider-Man?
From last Spider-Man?
No, this one's just coming out.
I agree with what
No, I'm saying the lead up to it. Like the leads up weren't as like, bro. Watching back Black Panther, just keeping in mind that this is gonna be useful. It felt that big. Far From Home didn't feel that big to me.
It didn't feel that big to me, but
you're talking about the previous
yeah,
Spider-Man
like
movie.
I don't get the same grand feel that
I didn't
like.
see that in full. Like I never saw Far From Home in full.
I love. Don't get me wrong. Just saying, I love that film. I love Tom Holland.
But see, I don't think that has anything really to do with this. Like
Okay,
that.
so maybe that's why. Okay.
Yeah, because this is that Spider-Man is kind of like the bridge for the old phase into this new phase.
Gotcha.
He's very important, and so him and then Loki. Loki, and Doctor Strange.
yeah, Loki, and Doctor Strange, and I'm not gonna say Wanda, but I feel like she's gonna be an important figure.
I don't think Spider-Man is carrying over into the next phase after this movie.
Breaking news. Drake just performed God's Plan at Sunday service.
No way.
You serious?
Breaking news. I just did that. That's all.
Swear to God.
I swear to God.
Is there a video?
I mean, Kreese just texted it.
Oh,
and
Kreese
Kreese. That's a very, very. He just sent it. Is he laughing?
I think he is.
Or maybe we're hearing it. Look.
Hold on.
Oh
Shit.
Live on the podcast.
No, for real.
Okay. So Drake's not there, but at least it doesn't look like in this clip. But they performed God's Plan. So.
Oh, so wait.
Oh.
Did he post that?
He's tagged in it. I don't know.
So Kanye
Madonna's
performed.
place is
Yeah,
tagged.
yeah.
Oh, so Kanye did God's Plan.
Yeah.
Like his own rendition of
Got it. Okay.
it. Okay, I thought Drake was
right.
physically there.
That's how the text was received. That's what I thought
Well,
until I watched
fuck
it.
That's still good breaking news. Good job.
It
Good job.
was,
but it
fuck
wasn't
Josh.
like the breaking news that we thought it was.
Because he worded it wrong, which he
Yeah.
does with everything. My bad.
Yeah, fuck Josh. I know you hear me.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Anyways,
That's fire though. Maybe today's Sunday,
hey.
tomorrow's Monday. The tickets get dropped, man.
name this
so-
God's Plan.
Yeah. Okay. Anywho, but yeah. Like I said, I want to say my piece with the Tom Holland thing. I like Tom Holland. No, I love Tom Holland. I think he's the best Spider-Man, hands down. And I like all the movies. I just don't get the same vibe. But like you said, I'm learning from you guys as well that this is the bridging.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I feel like that. And I could go into this movie and it should be fucking amazing.
I think
These movies are setups for the new characters, for the new world, everything.
I don't think this one is just a setup though. They're putting a lot of
this is a big
sauce on
bang.
this movie.
This is
bro.
gonna be
Like, they're putting a lot of sauce.
I feel like its importance is a setup because
Oh, wow.
what's about to happen.
And a finale.
Also,
Yeah.
I didn't know that Tom Holland wants Miles to take over the MCU.
Miles Morales.
Yeah, as the
Yeah.
franchise Spider-Man.
And I think that's where they're going. Anyway,
Yeah, people have been saying that for a few years
Yeah.
now, like 2 years now, I should say.
but
Why Childish Gambino on that?
this
Because,
he was supposed to be Miles Morales before.
He did the voice for the cartoon version.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he was supposed to be him.
yeah, he was supposed to be him, like physically actually be him.
Yeah.
But
Years ago. And
this
he
is-
was, he was actually in the first one.
Oh, yeah, he
the
was.
first
Yeah, he
one,
was.
man. Yeah, it's
But
like
he
that
was
mechanic
He
nigga.
played his uncle. He played Miles Morales' uncle.
Okay.
But they never did. But that's his name.
I think this shit is about to be a home fucking run. They're
think
putting
so,
too
too.
much into this
I
movie
think so,
for it to
too.
not
I
be
think
a home
it's-
run. For them to not be thinking
Bro,
that
they
it's about to
put
be a home run.
Doc Ock. They put Green Goblin. Like that's already like
They're really trying to bridge. Like,
I'm a OG Spider-Man fan.
yeah, those people
I know, I
and
agree.
then the new people.
I am too, but how much screen time they getting? How much are they giving?
Who knows?
Oh no, they're getting a hefty amount of screen
I
time.
think they'll be enough.
Because they
What
in the
day-
trailers
what
they've
time-
been
what time's-
focusing on them. They're not even fucking with the new
Bro,
niggas.
but
With the
also,
new villains.
that could be
When is it?
misdirection. They're good for that.
That's what I'm thinking too. But we're gonna see, when does it drop exactly again?
Yeah.
December 15th. No,
Yeah,
December 15th?
find a date. I don't know.
We have a computer in front of us.
It's right there. Just click the link.
This one?
Yeah, just click the link. It says release date.
Release date,
It's got to be at the start.
oh, it's 17,
17.
17. Okay,
I mean, I'll be there 16th.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Gotta
I'll
be.
be in that bitch alone. I don't care.
I'll buy extra
I think
tickets.
the time of how long the movie is gonna tell me how good
It's
it's
2
gonna
hours
be.
30 minutes.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought the same thing.
I think it's 2 hours 30 minutes.
That's not cutting it for me.
2 hours 30 minutes.
Not cutting it for me.
Endgame was 3 hours.
That's my point. That's not cutting it for me.
This isn't. This is. That's what I'm saying. This is like.
2.5 will be.
It
Two
needs
and a
to
half.
be
With-
above 2.5.
With
for me.
all those characters that are previewing, there's no. That's what I'm saying. How much screen time are they really getting? And that's what I felt about. What was the second one called? Spider-Man. I can't
Far
remember.
From Home.
Far from home.
That's how I felt about Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
Yeah.
I don't feel like there wasn't enough development on him yet. Like, I don't know, of course, outside of the MCU, people already know whatever. But I'm saying in the actual film, I felt like it was
I mean,
really
respectfully,
fucking quick.
He was a weak villain.
He was a
anyway.
weak
Like,
villain.
Yeah.
He wasn't
Yeah.
even a real villain. It was just like
So a weak villain gets to, how long was that movie? Like 2 hours?
because it was a setup.
So then the grand finale gets 30 more minutes? Come on.
I mean, I think
all
at
their
least-
movies is long movies. Like
We'll see.
I don't remember how long that movie was.
I think it
No,
was
look
like
it up.
2 hours.
I think it was 2 hours.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the Spider-Man's
about
have
right.
been a little bit lengthy, I ain't gonna lie.
But I think because of how this movie is, they don't really need to do so much of that like intro setup-y stuff. Like we already know him and Doctor Strange. We already know like what he wants because the end of the movie
there's,
ended.
there's a lot of OGs, so
Yeah.
Because like also Far From Home was not just about it was about this man like literally Iron Man is gone, him trying to figure out what the fuck is he like, does he really even want to be Spider-Man anymore at this point? He kind of fucked up in the head. Like it was about that too.
for
Like
this-
then telling MJ.
All right, so
then-
2019, that was 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah,
yeah.
Homecoming was what?
2 hours and 13.
That's my point, bro. Come on, man.
All their movies are long.
I want longer.
But I think that with No Way Home, they don't have to. They really don't have to. They could literally hit the ground running. Confirms that 150. Hold on, quick trip back in time.
They can. They really can.
No, he's right. There's a lot. I mean,
That's the setup. That's
you-
the point of the setup. Like you don't have to worry
Oh,
about the intro.
it's shorter. Yeah, it's shorter. It's
Like-
129 is what that says for November 4th. Seemingly, this is a leak, so it might not be exact, but it's shorter.
Nah,
than
I
Homecoming.
watched. I seen a whole nother shit that said 2 hours and 30.
No. Hold on. 159 minutes. Just click it for me, Levi, so I can actually like read it. And then we could be done after this. Runtime out of just
2
leak,
hours and
if
30
true,
minutes.
could be the longest. 2 hours and 39 minutes. But either way, I've
been removed.
Oh, okay. But either way, I feel like they could literally hit the ground running with this movie. Like
No, don't get me wrong.
10 minutes in, we could be having that whole like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, after I
shit
thought
happening.
about it, there's the people that they will be throwing into this film as well introduced to this version of or this type of the MCU.
They
So
don't
it's
have
like
to intro
Yeah.
Green Goblin or Doc Ock or
Yeah.
any of the villains.
I just
'cause
want
they have
more.
no new ones.
You can't. I just want more. I'm sorry. This is Tom Holland's last one. If I want 3 hours, I want 3 hours. I'm sorry. That's all I want.
I can't wait to see them end credits. Like I'm staying there for a
I'm
half hour
crying.
after that movie
If
ends.
if anything happens to Tom, I'm sitting there on my knees.
Oh, you think he's gonna die?
Nah. That would be blown. I would be
think they-
blown.
I don't think they
They've
gonna
never
kill him.
done that.
I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah, they
kill him.
never killed nobody else. I mean, they killed.
They killed Iron Man,
and
the
shit.
goat.
But that was different.
That
Iron-
kind of
he-
leans into maybe they might kill him too. But I don't think
no
they will.
funny shit. I feel like Iron Man wanted out though. Like I think that was
Robert
part of
Downey
his.
Jr.
Yeah.
did it for over 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but who? And there's no
And
unlike.
he was supposed to be the one. He was supposed.
Yeah,
he had to
that
have
was
a
his point.
sacrifice.
Yeah, he had to.
regardless
He
in
did
that
it.
movie.
Like,
and it had
not
to be
even.
him.
Not
that's the
even.
most heroic way to go.
Okay, guys. What I'm saying is, Spider-Man already had 2 other people. There's no other Iron Man. Who got?
The other two
There's
Spider-Man?
other Spider-Mans. What other Iron Man?
Oh.
That's just.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like he went out. That's it. Granted, of course, in a couple of years we probably see another Iron Man, whatever. But like, I think just looking at what they're doing, it's going to be somebody else, of course, underneath the mask versus that. But yeah, don't touch Tom though.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
I would like. I'm gonna end on this. If the theory of like Zendaya having powers or everything, I would love to see that. Not for the sake of the MCU, but to see how she would act with powers. That'd be crazy.
Didn't they? I feel like they did like a little Marvel comic deep dive about Mary Jane getting powers.
Yeah,
I
no,
can't
they were
remember.
saying that's what people were saying. That's why they casted her because they thought she was gonna be the one to get powers or some shit like that. But clearly, that's not. It doesn't seem like it's happening.
Yeah.
At this point, you just never fucking know with these movies. But I don't think it's happening.
Yeah, I feel like they got too much that they're building up on, but We're gonna see how it goes. But yeah, we could wrap it right now. And talked about Spider-Man for like 20 fucking minutes. Yeah. So thanks you guys for watching, and yeah, we are out of here.